Gooners, something major is brewing at Arsenal, and it could shake the season. Two key players, one massive challenge, and questions swirling about how Mikel Arteta will respond. This isn't just another injury update. It's a turning point. The decisions Arsenal make in the coming weeks could make or break their title ambitions. Who steps up? What's Arteta's plan? And could a new striker be on the way in January? It all unfolded as Jesus attempted to challenge Bruno Fernandes near the edge of Arsenal's box. At first glance, it looked like a routine collision, nothing to worry about. Fernandes, ever the showman, exaggerated the contact, appealing theatrically for a foul. But while the Portuguese playmaker bounced back to his feet, Jesus remained on the ground, clutching his knee in visible distress. The Emirates crowd, normally boisterous, fell silent as medical staff rushed to his side. The tension in the air was palpable. When Jesus was stretchered off moments later, it was a gut-wrenching sight. Fans and teammates alike knew this wasn't just a minor knock. The Brazilian's face said it all. Pain, frustration, and perhaps the grim realization that his season might be hanging by a thread. After the match, Mikel Arteta faced the media, and his demeanor was understandably somber. When asked about Jesus' condition, Arteta didn't sugarcoat his response. "Big worry, that's my feeling," he admitted, his tone heavy with concern. He had to come off on a stretcher, with a lot of pain, touching his knee. "It's not looking good. I think it's the other one, not the knee he injured at the 2022 World Cup." Arteta's reference to Jesus' prior injury only heightened the sense of unease. During the 2022 World Cup, Jesus underwent surgery on his right knee and missed 3 months of action. Drawing a parallel to that ordeal suggested the severity of this latest setback. Arteta's follow-up comments painted an even bleaker picture. The worrying factor is more the feeling that he had when he had to come off, and the pain that he was in. For Arsenal fans, it was a sobering dose of reality. Official confirmation from Arsenal is still pending, but medical experts and analysts have already weighed in. Physio Scout, a reputable source for sports injury insights, provided an early assessment on social media. Their analysis points to a potential ACL tear, arguably one of the most feared injuries in football. If this diagnosis proves accurate, Jesus' recovery could take at least 9 months, effectively ruling him out for the rest of the season and possibly much of 2024. There is, of course, a glimmer of hope that the injury might be less severe. A bone bruise or isolated MCL injury would be far less catastrophic, though still significant. However, given the nature of the incident and Jesus' reaction, those scenarios seem less likely. Monday's scans will provide definitive answers, but for now, Arsenal must prepare for the worst-case scenario. The timing couldn't be worse for the Gunners. An injury of this magnitude doesn't just affect one player, it shakes the entire team. Losing someone of Jesus' caliber, a player who epitomizes both skill and leadership, is a blow that could derail even the most carefully laid plans. So, where does this leave Arsenal? Gabriel Jesus isn't just a striker. He's the heartbeat of the team's attack. His ability to link play, press relentlessly, and create chances out of nothing makes him irreplaceable. Without him, Mikel Arteta faces a daunting challenge. Eddie Nketiah is the most immediate candidate to fill the void. The young forward has shown glimpses of brilliance, but can he sustain that level across a grueling Premier League campaign? Then there's Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard, who could take on greater attacking responsibilities. Both have the talent, but shifting roles mid-season always comes with risks. The January transfer window also looms large. With Jesus potentially sidelined for months, Arsenal might be forced to enter the market for reinforcements. Names like Dusan, Vlahovic, and Jonathan David have been linked to the Gunners in the past. Could this injury accelerate those discussions? Time will tell, but Arsenal's recruitment team will undoubtedly be exploring all options. Beyond personnel decisions, this setback will test Arsenal's mental fortitude. The Premier League title race is as competitive as ever, and the Gunners are also fighting on multiple fronts in Europe. How they respond to this adversity could define their season. Will they rally together and find a way to adapt? Or will this injury mark the beginning of a downward spiral? It's a challenging time, to be an Arsenal fan. The FA Cup exit was painful enough, but losing Gabriel Jesus has added a layer of uncertainty and concern to what has been an otherwise promising campaign. The next few weeks will be critical in determining the direction of Arsenal's season. Will they rise to the occasion, or will these setbacks prove too much to overcome? As always, we want to hear from you. How do you think Arsenal will cope without Jesus? Should the club invest in a new forward during the January window? First, let's address the devastating blow Arsenal has taken with these injuries. Losing Bukayo Saka is like losing the heartbeat of the team. The winger has been instrumental in driving Arsenal's attack, consistently delivering goals, assists, and those moments of brilliance that turn games on their heads. Saka's ability to cut inside, beat defenders, and create something out of nothing is almost irreplaceable. And now, with him sidelined for up to 3 months, the question isn't just about finding a replacement, but about keeping the team's attacking identity intact. Then, there's Gabriel Jesus. While his injury might not come as a complete shock, he's had his fair share of fitness struggles. His absence still leaves a gaping hole in Arsenal's front line. Jesus isn't just a goal scorer. He's a creator, a presser, and a player who brings teammates into the game. His movement off the ball is something Arsenal have relied on heavily. Without him, the team loses a dynamic edge, and that's already evident in their recent performances. It's not just about missing 2 players. It's about losing 2 players who define how this team attacks. To cope, Arsenal have turned to players like Leandro Trossard, who's done well in moments but isn't a long-term solution, and Gabriel, whose goals from set pieces have been a lifeline. But relying on defenders to score or hoping for individual brilliance won't be enough for a team with title ambitions. The cracks are showing, and Arteta knows it. So, what's the plan to fix this? Arteta has made it clear that Arsenal are actively looking for reinforcements. Speaking to TNT Sports, he admitted the club is fully aware of the urgency and is exploring options in the January market. But here's the catch. January is one of the toughest windows to navigate. Clubs are reluctant to sell key players mid-season, and those who are available often come with inflated price tags or questions about their readiness to adapt quickly. Arteta's approach will likely be pragmatic. He's not the type to sign a player just for the sake of it. Arsenal's recruitment under him and Edu has been targeted and thoughtful, focusing on players who fit the system and the culture. But that's a double-edged sword because it narrows the pool of potential signings. Could a short-term loan be the answer? Maybe. But even then, finding a player who can deliver immediate results in such a high-pressure scenario is no small feat. The other option? Promoting from within. Arsenal's academy has produced some incredible talents over the years, and this could be a moment for one of them to step up. But is that a risk Arteta is willing to take in the middle of a title race? It's a tough call, and one that could define Arsenal's season. The urgency to solve Arsenal's attacking issues isn't just coming from the fans. It's echoed by pundits who've analyzed the team's recent performances. Take the London Derby against Spurs, for instance. Arsenal managed a 2-1 win, but the lack of clinical finishing was glaring. Emmanuel Adebayor didn't hold back in his critique, pointing out that Arsenal had 14 shots but only managed to get 4 on target. He's right. A team with title aspirations can't afford to waste so many chances. Aaron Ramsey, another former Gunner, highlighted a similar issue. Over the last few weeks, Arsenal have struggled to convert their chances, relying heavily on set pieces and moments of magic from unexpected sources. Gabriel scoring from a corner is great, but that's not a sustainable strategy for a title challenge. Ramsey's analysis is clear. Arsenal need to start capitalizing on the opportunities they create. The margins in a title race are razor thin, and wasting chances could be the difference between lifting the trophy and falling short. Tim Sherwood added another layer to conversation, suggesting that Arsenal's problems up front could be difficult to solve in January. He raised an interesting point about Eddie Nketiah, who's no longer at the club. While Nketiah might not have been the perfect striker, his knack for sniffing out goals could have been valuable in this situation. It's a reminder that depth in the squad is just as important as star quality. If the January market doesn't provide a solution, could the answer lie closer to home? Arsenal's academy has been a shining light in recent years, producing talents like Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe. Now, players like Ethan Nwaneri are waiting in the wings, eager for their moment. Nwaneri has already shown flashes of brilliance, and this could be a golden opportunity for him to make his mark. Promoting from within has its advantages. It's cost-effective, aligns with the club's philosophy, and gives young players invaluable experience. But it's also a gamble. Throwing a teenager into the thick of a title race is a massive ask, and it's uncertain whether they'd be able to handle the pressure. Still, Arsenal's history of trusting youth could work in their favor. After all, it's how Saka and Smith-Rowe became household names. The January transfer market is a minefield. Every top club is on the hunt for reinforcements, and the competition for quality players is fierce. Arsenal's challenge isn't just finding a striker who fits their style, but finding one who can hit the ground running. The margins are so fine that even a delay in adapting to the Premier League's intensity could derail their title hopes. Loan deals might seem like an obvious solution, but even they come with risks. Will the player gel with the team? Can they make an immediate impact? And what happens if they don't? These are the questions Arteta and Edu will need to answer as they navigate the market. The stakes are incredibly high, and the pressure is on to get it right. So, what happens next? Arsenal's title hopes could hinge on solving this attacking dilemma in the next few weeks. Will they find the perfect signing to step up in Saka and Jesus' absence? Or will they take a leap of faith with their academy talents? One thing is certain. January is shaping up to be a decisive month for the Gunners. Now, it's over to you. Who do you think Arsenal should target in the transfer window? Do you believe they have what it takes to keep their title ambitions alive? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to Gooner News London. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest updates on Arsenal season. We'll keep you informed on Gabriel Jesus' recovery, transfer rumors, and everything in between. Stay strong, Gunners, and we'll see you next time.